Mirza Beg Asadullah Khan, also known as Mirza Ghalib, was an Indian poet. He was popularly known by the pen names Ghalib and Asad. He was a prominent Urdu and Persian poet in the 19th century. Today, we'll be exploring the life and times of this legendary poet. He was born in Agra, India, in 1797 and lived during a time of great political and cultural change in India. His honorific was Dabir-ul-Mulk, Najm-ud-Dawla. Agra was a bustling city in the early 19th century, with a thriving cultural scene. This was the city where Ghalib was born, and where he spent his early years. Ghalib was born into a family of aristocrats, but they fell on hard times when he was still young. His father died when he was 5, leaving the family in financial difficulties. Despite this, Ghalib received an excellent education, studying Persian, Arabic, and Urdu literature. Ghalib was a brilliant student, and he quickly gained a reputation as a prodigy. His mastery of Persian and Urdu earned him the admiration of his teachers and peers. Ghalib began writing poetry at a young age, and his early work showed great promise. He started composing poetry at the age of 11. His first language was Urdu, but Persian and Turkish were also spoken at home. He received an education in Persian and Arabic at a young age. His poems were characterized by their emotional intensity and their use of metaphors and imagery. He wrote in both Urdu and Persian, although his Persian divan is at least 5 times longer than his Urdu divan. His fame rests on his poetry in Urdu. Today, Ghalib remains popular not only in the Indian subcontinent, but also among the Hindustani diaspora. Around the world, despite his talent, Ghalib struggled to make a living as a poet. His family urged him to pursue a more stable career, and he worked as a court clerk for many years. During this time, Ghalib continued to write poetry, but he didn't achieve widespread recognition until later in life. In the 1850s, Ghalib became a prominent figure in the Delhi literary scene. He was known for his wit, his charm, and his ability to hold his own in debates with other poets. Ghalib's most famous poems are characterized by their exploration of love, loss, and the human condition. His work is still widely read and studied today, and it continues to inspire poets and writers around the world. Ghalib placed a greater emphasis on seeking of God, rather than ritualistic religious practices. Although he followed Shia theology and had said many verses in praise of Ali ibn Abi Talib, Ghalib held Persian in high regard, and his knowledge of the language was a point of pride for him. He believed his compositions in Persian were superior to those in Urdu, and hoped readers would evaluate him by the former. In 1850, Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar bestowed upon Mirza Ghalib the title of Dabir-ul-Mulk. The emperor also added to it the additional title of Najm-ud-Dawla. The conferment of these titles was symbolic of Mirza Ghalib's incorporation into the nobility of Delhi. He also received the title of Mirza Nosha from the emperor. Ghalib passed away in Delhi on the 15th of February 1869, leaving behind a legacy that has endured for over a century. His poetry continues to be celebrated for its beauty, its depth, and its ability to capture the essence of the human experience. The house where he lived in Gali Kasimyan, Balamuran, Chandni Chowk, in Old Delhi known as the Ghalib Ki Haveli is now a museum dedicated to him. Ghalib was commemorated on his 220th birth anniversary by search engine Google, which showed a special doodle on its Indian home page for him on the 27th of December 2017. A statue of Ghalib was inaugurated in early 2000 in Jamia Millia Islamia in Delhi. The status depicts Mirza Ghalib as a great Urdu poet. It is located inside the gate number 7 of the university campus. And that's a brief overview of the life and times of Mirza Ghalib. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe the channel.